This came from the governor's office, and it is a do not use order, which is different than a boil water advisory, which is, I think, what a lot of people maybe wondered at first. Is this just a boil water advisory? We get those all the time. And it quickly became clear this was not a boil water advisory. This was something much more serious.
We take water for granted. We're rarely under water stress in terms of water quantity stress. We just have so much water, and that water has a dilution value to it, so it dilutes our pollution. But what we saw from that chemical spill is that when we don't have water, it creates a serious, serious situation, and not one that's just, oh, environmentalists care about it. Everybody cares about it. Citizens care about it. Businesses care about it. It's wildly important to us, and we see it when we realize it when it's gone.
I think a better solution for our public officials would be to have more finite contingencies in place for an event of that magnitude, that we're not trying to figure out logistics from scratch after.
I think it's going to be in the back of everyone's mind for a long time. Restaurants had signs up, no water, bottled water only. And then once the water was turned back on in communities, there were a lot of restaurants and other public establishments that would have a sign saying, we want you to know we're using the water. You can request bottled water if you...
West Virginia didn't say anything about these tanks and the condition that they may be in. Immediately available supplies, but was mixed. I've never, ever seen the community of West Virginia come together in a way that people did during the water crisis. I feel, one of my favorite things that I saw in that time was going down Quarrier Street, and there was a guy and his wife. And one of my favorite things that I saw in that time was going down Quarrier Street, and there was a guy and his wife, and they looked like they might have been late 50s, early 60s, who had loaded up the back of their truck with cases of water from Walmart, and they were going down the road handing them out to people. And it turned out that they were from Braxton County, and they had heard about the problem, and they just wanted to come and help. And their charm was everything you would expect from a West Virginian. It was kind of this expectation. We saw someone ask them why they were handing out the water, and the guy looked at him and said, "Well, hadn't you heard? It's emergency." And I just felt like that was a very, small town, well, not small town. I felt like that was a very community-oriented thing for people who were not even a part of Charleston to be participating in.
There really wasn't a lot of information to be had in the beginning. There wasn't the research on crude MCHM. And we didn't know what the protocols and procedures were for shutting down a water plant of the size of West Virginia American Water's facility near Charleston along the Elk River.
So there are a lot of air quality sensors, and these are networked together and are used every day by non-scientists. Whereas water sensor technology there's good technology for measuring things in the water, but the way we network that information together and then spread that or communicate that to people that they can use it then is pretty limited. We don't really do that. And it's surprising, again, going back to how valuable water is to us.
As far as being completely preventable, could it have been? Yes, absolutely. Did the people across the board who had access to the tools and the systems designed to prevent it act? No, I don't think they did.
And the project through the College of Media is, while the science is not necessarily innovative, what's innovative is that as media experts begin to do science, begin to understand the science, and their ability to communicate that science increases, regardless of the value of the science. And so that is crazy valuable over time.